What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm just out here eating my lunch, and it's beautiful out here. Finally getting some nice weather. Should be out in the garage working on stuff, but instead I'm at work working on stuff. Last couple videos didn't do so hot. This time of year really sucks for me. I'm not out in the shop as much as I'd like to be, mainly just because it gets dark. You know, that seasonal depression is a real thing. It sucks, but really just need to get focused and get out in the shop and get moving on some projects. That way we can get ready for race season. Our local track's going to open up in the beginning of April, so I need to get my butt in gear. But also, I was looking at some analytics. Not like I'm some big channel and I have a lot of analytics to look through, but as of right now, most of the people, it shows like 80, no, take that back. Yeah, it was like 83% of my views come from non-subscribers. So those of you that watch, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. It helps out. You know, share, do all that stuff. I honestly suck at this. I don't know what it takes to be successful at YouTube. I may not have it, but I would like those of you that do watch the channel, go ahead and subscribe, comment, like, do all that stuff. That way we can talk, we can communicate. Communication's key. You know, this is me talking to a camera. Talk back to me. Give me something to talk about. But anyways, let's get into today's video. Thanks, guys. What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Gonna try and do something a little different today. I've got one of my own engines that I got to put together. It's one of them fancy Chevy LS1 engines, as everybody calls them. This one actually is a 4.8. I picked this up from another friend of mine and owed me a favor, and I got this in exchange. And we're gonna clean this thing up, and as you can tell, it is super raunchy. The actual like casting and stuff, it's really hard to make out, but you can see it's pretty flaky. The coating or the paint that GM puts on it's falling off. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take this thing to work, and I'm going to kind of show you what I do for stock bottom end stuff. They are stock bottom end junkyard builds, but I'm just a little bit extra clean with mine. They're not so straight out of the junkyard. It's pretty raunchy. It is not the prettiest engine, but we're going to take this to work, and I'm going to take it in tomorrow on a Saturday. I'm going to spend some time washing it, and then I'm going to take what they call a needler. I'm going to needle the block, try and break loose all the just corrosion and all the loose metal and flaking paint and all that stuff, and we're going to take the needler to it, try and clean all that up. That way when we get done and we paint it, it'll definitely make it look a lot nicer. It will not look like the same engine whenever I get done with it. I think while I got it there, I'm gonna go ahead and deck it. Normally the cast iron stuff, for some reason right here, hole number 5, right here, there's always a low spot, it seems. It's like if this was in like a workhorse truck or something and this thing got the snot beat out of it. We will see that tomorrow whenever we go to put it in the machine and actually deck the head surface or the deck surface of the block. But waiting on Troy Boy to come over. We're going to get this thing thrown in the back of the truck. I've got the crankshaft. I got to take it to. I mean, this thing, as you can tell, it's pretty nasty. Lots of baked on oil from lack of oil changes, lack of maintenance, as people would say. And yeah, so we're gonna get that cleaned up, and then the rods and pistons, I'm gonna take those as well, throw those in the tank, wash those up, get those prepped and ready. And then I'm gonna assemble this short block, and we'll kind of show you the process that I go through to put together these stock bottom end motors. All right, so we got the pistons in here. We got them in the ultrasonic. I'm gonna spray them down with some mineral spirits, let them soak for a minute, and then start running these through the wash, and see how good they'll look whenever I get done with them. So I ran them through one wash. Now I got them set up with a crank in there, and you can tell they're a little bit cleaner. I'm still trying to break up that carbon. So we're running them a few more times, and then the crank should look pretty good after this, then we can get it polished. Fire up the old needler here, and got all these little metal rods in it, and it'll just sit here and just knock all this scale off. So I'm gonna run over this thing, knock all this stuff off, and then I'll do like a pre-wash, and then we're gonna throw it in the machine and deck it, and then I'll do another wash, and I'll ball hone the cylinder walls and stuff, and then once I get done decking it, then I can throw it in for a final wash, and then it should be ready for some paint action. But let me get this needled, and then you'll kind of see what it looks like when I knock all this scale off. All right, so we got the needler ran over it all, knocked all the slag or all the scale off of it, at least pretty good like. And now I can throw it in the wash, give it kind of a preliminary wash, like a first wash, knock all the grease and stuff off of it, and then I can throw it in the machine and deck it, and then give it a good final wash, and get it ready to paint it with some band sickle whenever I get home. And then we'll show you what it looks like after the first wash. Then we got to go in and check on our rods and pistons and the crank. They should be pretty close to being clean, and this washer is not hot, so that's not going to work. So yeah, we'll have to do it in a different washer. All right, so we got it all bolted up. The fixture here, we're gonna throw it in the machine and go ahead and deck it. We're gonna set our decks parallel and go ahead and start surfing this thing and see if we can make it look a little nicer, and then we'll give it another final wash, and I'll degrease it and a bunch of stuff, and then we'll slap some cam bearings in it, and it'll be ready to go home and get painted, get thrown together, and get the dog snot ran out of it. Block getting decked. I got the crank over here in the polishing rack. I'm gonna give her a quick polish, get it ready to measure, and make sure everything's good there. Get some standard bearings for it, as long as everything measures out all right, and we should be good to go there. But yeah, I'll get this thing all polished up and get it washed again, and I can measure it, and then the block's getting decked. I'll show you that as soon as it gets done. Got that fresh deck surface, and got her looking good. Now we can get it out, give it a final wash, and put some cam bearings in it. All right, so we got everything washed up, bagged up. I'm gonna get it loaded up in the truck and get it home, get it on the stand so we can actually do some real painting on this thing and see how good we can get it to look. All right, so we got it all painted up, put on the stand, hit it with that van sickle. It's not completely flash yet, it's just it's got a little shine to it, but looking super fresh. I'm gonna probably touch up the ball hone a little bit more. The hone that I had, it's my little bit smaller bore diameter, so it didn't finish the way I wanted it to. But overall, she looking pretty fresh. But anyways, we got that motor all cleaned up, got her prepped and ready for some assembly. I wasn't sure if I should make it one big long video and have me assembling it and all this stuff, but I don't know when I'm gonna get to it currently at this moment, and I need to post a video, so this is what you're gonna get. But like I said, the last couple videos didn't do so hot. Views have gone down a bunch in the last couple months, and I mean, it doesn't help that I've only posted like once a week, or I think there was one of them was like 14 days between videos or something. It was awful. I so bad. You can't do that. But I appreciate you all watching, following along. They are, like I said, this one is not the best video. I don't even know that it's helpful, but I need to be better about putting out videos that are helpful rather than just videos of me doing what I do on a daily basis and trying to record it and make it entertaining, because that's why people watch this. For entertainment or for knowledge. I gotta figure out which one I'm bringing to the table here. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Keep following along. We'll see you on the next one.